Welcome to educational channel. So this chapter is compound interest. Okay, in commercial mathematics, the chapter name is compound interest. First, you will see some review of general concepts, and before going that, let me show you one website. If you want the notes or assignments material of this chapter, not only this, the different subjects, you can see the link also in description below. This is the website name. You can click on the link and you can go to that site. You'll find out class 6 to 12th. Okay, all the subject, the chapter wise, topic wise, the material and assignments are available. You can just go through it. You'll find out from there. Because to test yourself with more assignments, you need to do the self assessment also, right? Okay, let's begin this chapter now. Compound interest. Actually, in class 8th ICSE, you already learn about simple interest. Okay, once you're perfect with simple interest, then compound interest is simple for us. And if you want more knowledge about simple interest, in the same channel you can find out class 8 ICSE simple interest chapter. Just to go through that. And to let us see some general concepts first. Okay, to understand any interest, we need to know some general concepts. The terms, if you remember, there is first one is a principle, right? So each and every topic in this compound interest without formula how to use, and by using formula how to use, each and everything I explained. We can go through everything in detail. First let us see some general things. So principle means this is sum, or we can take it as sum also. SUM. The money borrowed or lent out for a certain period, okay, is called principal. The whatever amount we borrowed or given lent, that is the principal. So either we can borrowed or lent if we give somebody. So we are taking and giving. These all under principal. So what is the amount we are taken? And second is the interest. So here interest is nothing but that extra money paid for using others' money is called interest. So whatever the money we borrowed, for that we need to pay extra money, right? There is nothing but interest, not take from the principal. So extra money what we need to pay, okay, that is the interest. So how to take interest, everything you can see details in the problems. And amount. So when you come to the amount term, just learn the terms first. Amount is this is a sum of the principal and interest. The principal, and after some period, what are the interest you get? These two together. Okay, principal plus and interest. These both together is amount. Okay. The sum of the principal and interest after a specific period is called the amount. After some period, what are the interest is calculated that we are adding with the principal, that is amount. And rate. So based on this only interest will be calculated. This is rate of interest. So generally per every 100 rupees for 1 year you will calculate the rate. Okay, interest on rupees 100 for 1 year is called the rate percent. Rate percent per annum. Rate percent per annum. So 1 year. Cent means 100. For example, if it is 12%, means for every 100 rupees after 1 year we need to pay 12 rupees. That is 12% per annum for every 1 year. For every 100 rupees, if it is 6% means 6 rupees we need to pay after 1 year for every 100 rupees. Okay. If it is 200 rupees, 2 into 6. 300 rupees means 3 into 6. That is the rate. And time. So how much time we are spending to take interest. This is the period of which your money is borrowed is called the time. So how much time you are taking, the 2 years or 5 years. This generally be in years. So n years. If it are the period for which the money is borrowed is called the time. Okay. These terms we are already using in the simple interest, and simple interest problems only learn. If you see the simple interest formula, simple interest is, this is already studied in class 8th. Okay, P into T into R by 100. P is the principal, T is the time, and R is the rate of interest. By using this, we learn already about simple interest and read problems also. And when you come to the compound interest and these formulas at the same time, so without using formula, first time explaining few problems, then by using the formula. So how to use the formulas of compound interest also will continue in this chapter. And what is the difference between these both? Generally, compound interest is interest to be more compared to simple interest. Okay, if you take 100 rupees, let me see the difference. If you take 100 rupees from the bank, same 100 rupees you are taking bank for simple interest. This for simple interest and this is for compound interest. Now after 2 years, if it is a 4% rate of interest is 4%. After 1 year, 4 rupees. Again after second year, more 4 rupees. So 8 rupees we need to add for the principal. But when you come to compound interest, first 1 year is 4 rupees. For second year we increase because this 4 also will be added. For 104 rupees as the principal will do for second year. Okay, this all we'll see clearly in the problems. So let us continue the numerical problems first based on this compound interest. Then later on by using the formula how to solve also let us see. So from the fundamentals of this compound interest, we'll begin some problems. First, we'll solve few questions which are related to the compound interest without using formula. Okay, without using compound interest formula, we need to solve the problems. So first 8 problems, I'll explain you the similar methods and the different data when is given. So how to solve without using any formula, only by using the simple interest. So let us see. Here if you observe the question, find the amount and compound interest on rupees 12,500 for 2 years at 8% per annum compounded annually. So after solving this problem, I will show you one more question. So a little more details. We'll see one by one. If you have idea about this type of questions, you can solve without using even formulas, compound interest also. Right? Okay. So first of all, the given data is the principal. So you have taken the amount 12,500. That is the principal. So we begin the solution. Principal for first year it is, because you have taken the 2 years. Now first of all, with the given data we need to write. So principal. So principal for first year. Okay, that given data is rupees 12,500, right? And interest for the first year. First of all, first year interest you need to find out, because whenever the compound interest, the first year interest will add to the next year principal. This is the method as we learned previous. Now, interest for the first year will find out, because it's a percentage and rate of rate is equals to 8% for first year. Then interest for first year. We'll go step by step. Interest for the first year. So unless until we don't know any formula regarding compound interest, we have to use simple interest only. That is PTR by 100. So your principal is 12,500. This on time for 1 year, and rate of interest is 8%. So by 100. Now this is the interest for the first year. If you do cancellation this, so most problems you can go for cancellations when 2 zeros are like this. 100 ones are 100, 125 that means. So 125 into 8. Okay, if you multiply 125 8 times is 1000, right? Now this is the interest for the first year. We need to find out amount and compound interest for 2 years. Okay, this is first year. Now amount at the end of the first year. So this is first year interest if you add to the principal. then amount will come for the end of the first year. Amount at the end of first year. So till first year the principal is 12,500 plus interest is 1,000. Now total is 13,500 is the amount at the end of the first year. Now this is nothing but principal for the second year, right? Always amount will become next year's principal. Then principal for the second year. So amount end of the first year is nothing but principal for the second year. That is 13,500, right? Now interest for the second year we'll find out. Now interest like this. So interest for the second year. So if you want to find out the interest for second year, same. Now principal is 13,500. Same for one more year. Next second year it is. And percent of rate percent is 8% by 100. Just do this calculation if you do, that way you can simplify here, and 2 zeros will cancel. 135 into 8. 135 into 8 if you multiply, that is the interest for the second year. So 135 into 8 is 1080. So 1080. Now this is the interest for second year, right? Now amount at the end of the second year. Then we need to find out the final amount. Therefore amount at end of second year. So whatever end of the first year, this interest end of the first year is 13,500. Now for this interest is 1080. We should add. That is the amount at the end of the second year. Right? Same 13,500 plus 1080. Then add this both 13,500 plus 1080 is 14,580. 14,580. Now this is the amount at the end of the second year, right? Yeah. So two questions, and two they asked amount we need to find out. At the same time, you see a amount and compound interest also. So how much interest total? So if you want to find out the interest total amount minus original principal, always from the original principal you have to subtract. Then compound interest for 2 years. Overall 2 years is, now total amount, the final amount is 14,580 minus the given principal is, original principal is 12,500 in the question. This is subtraction. 14,580 minus 12,500 is 2000, 2008. 2080. Therefore amount is 14,580 and compound interest is 2080, right? This way. So anyway, the last 3 years also you have to continue the same. So the problems will be changed, those numbers will be changed, and method you remember same, right? Let's see one more question now. Okay. This one, if you observe here, Ramesh invests 12,800 for 3 years here at the rate of 10% per annum compound interest. Now three questions we need to solve one by one. First one, the sum due to Ramesh at the end of the first year. Okay, we can find out. Sum we should find out end of the first year. And interest he earns for the second year. Total amount due to him at the end of the third year. So final amount also we need to find out. So let's go step by step. First, the principal for the first year. So whatever investment is there, there is a principal for the first year. So we will do first part. Now principal for the first year. Principal for first year. The investment amount is nothing but only principal for the first year is rupees 12,800, right? Yes. Now interest for the first year. So years you have to mention clearly. Now interest for the first year, same. The same principal is PTR. Time is 1 year and your rate of interest is 10%. So by 100. PTR by 100 formula. You can cancellation if you do 100, two zeros, 128 into 10. So 1280. Okay, 1280 rupees is interest for the first year. Now sum due to Ramesh at the end of the first year. So how much sum he has? Asking sum due to Ramesh at the end of the first year. End of the first year, sum we should find out. There's sum at end of only first year. End of the first year is and the principal plus whatever interest. That is 12,800 plus 1280. Okay, this is the end of the first year, the sum. If you add this both 12,800 plus 1280 is 14,080. 14,080. Yes. Now this is the sum. Now when you come to the second, the interest he earns for the second year. So if you want to find out the interest for second year, you should get the principal for second year. Principal for second year is nothing but the sum at the end of the first year always. Now we can write the principal amount for the second year. Always amount, total amount at the end of the first year is nothing but principal for the next second year. That is what we got 14,080, right? And interest, if you find out interest you earn for the second year. Now for this principal find out the interest. So interest for second year. Now same PTR by 100. So principal is 14,080. Time is 1 year. Rate of interest is 10% by 100. Right. Now just simplify this. 1 0 and here one more 0. You can cancel it in one up. So finally 1408. There is 1,408. Right. Now amount at the end of the second year. Therefore amount at end of second year is same, the principal for the second year plus this interest. So 14,080 plus 1,408. 14,080 plus 1,480 is 15,488, right? You can just add. The amount is 15,488. Right here next page. So 15,488. You start both. That's it. Now this is the amount for the end of the second year. Now next question. The interest you earn for the second year. Then total amount due to him at the end of the third year. Final amount at third year you should find out. Okay, when you want to find final amount at the third year, third year principal you need to find out. So amount at the end of second year is nothing but principal for the third year, right? Therefore principal for third year is whatever got total amount at the end of the second year. That is 15,488. Yes. And now you can find out the interest for third year. Therefore interest for third year 15,488 into 10% and 1 year time by 100. These two zeros cancel. 15,488 by 10. that is, you get the point, 1548.8. You just put 0 because it's rupees. Now finally, this is the interest at the third year. Now total amount due to him at the end of the third year we can write. Therefore, total amount. Total amount end of third year. That means third year, second year amount plus this interest. Okay, we can add this both. That is 15,488 plus 1548.80. So just put 00. If you add this both, that is 0.806307 yes, 17,036.80. This amount is at the end of the third year. You can find it. Just simultaneously, one by one step we should take. First year, second year, third year. Okay. First year, same concept will apply for the remaining problems also. First year principal, end of the first year amount will become principal for the second year, and amount at the end of the second year is principal for third year, right? Similarly, this interest will be added for the third year amount. Yes. So this way you can solve. And similar questions you can find at the worksheet also. Worksheets and assignments are available. Just you can go through that worksheets and assignments also from this. We'll see few more problems without formula how to solve in different ways. So let's solve few more questions. Here we need to find out the compound interest, but without formula we are doing. When you are given 2 years 5 months, so not exact number of years, some number of months also given. So how to solve? And we'll see what this problem first, then we'll go to that. Calculate amount and compound interest on 16,000 invested for 3 years at 10% per annum compounded annually, right? First we will solve this. Then next problem, when 2 years 5 months, how to solve without using any compound interest formula, right? Okay, fine. Now calculate amount for compound interest on 16,000 but for 3 years, right? So we need to solve the problem in 3 steps. That means principal for first year. We'll start from first year onwards. So principal for the first year. So first year itself, that is 16,000, the amount, and interest for first year, because first you should find out the interest for the first year. Okay, 16,000 into, so 1 year rate of interest is 10%. Okay, 10% per annum by 100. PTR by 100 formula I am using, same like previous. Just cancel this. 160 into 10 is 1600, right? This is interest for first year. Then similarly, so after getting interest, we'll find out the amount at the end of the first year. So amount at end of first year is, that is 16,000 is principal plus 1600 is the interest. Now totally 17,600. This is the amount for the end of the first year. Now we'll continue for 3 years like this. Then amount at the end of the first year is 17,600. Now this amount will become a principal for the second year. So same amount, principal for the second year. Principal for second year is, what is the amount at the end of the first year? That is 17,600. Then interest for second year is same 17,600 into time for 1 year. Rate of interest is 10% is given in the problem by 100. Just cancel this. 176 to 10 is 1760, right? Now 1760 add for the amount at the end of the second year. So amount at end of second year, that is 17,600 plus this 1760. If you add this both 0 and 6, 17,600 plus 1760, add 391, right? Okay, 19,360. Now this is the amount at the end of the second year, right? Now this amount become principal for the third year. This is the second year. Therefore, principal for the third year. Now third year principal is nothing but second year amount, end of the second year amount, that is rupees 19,360. Then you'll find out the interest. Interest for third year is, so 19,360 into 1 year is 10% per annum by 100. Just do cancellations this 0 1. We can go for cancellations easy for you. 1936, so 1936, right? This amount we should add. Now amount at the end of the third year, therefore amount at end of third year is, that is the principal for third year is 19,360 plus this is 1936. So when you add this, you'll get the amount. Okay, 19,360 plus 1936, 0, 6, 9. Just add this both numbers, 2, 1, 2. Okay, 21,296. This is the amount at the end of the third year. Now we are asking the question, find out compound interest, total compound interest for 3 years. So total compound interest for 3 years means the final amount, that is 21,296, 21,296 minus the original principal is 16,000, right? This is original principal. Both if you subtract, this is the amount for compound interest for third year, 3 years. Okay, 21,296 minus 16,000, 692, 11 minus 6, just to subtract this both, 5. Yes, so 5,296 is the compound interest for 3 years altogether. Okay, fine. Now whenever this given data, okay, then this problem, next problem is for 2 years 5 months, not exactly total numbers years, your months also is given. Now let us see how to find out. So here same method apply. The interest for third year, I mean first year principal you can write as this 50,000, principal for the first year, principal for the first year. Up to second year you will do as usual. Principal for first year is 50,000. Now using this interest for the first year, interest for the first year is same 50,000 into 1 year, 12% per annum. Okay, 12 by 100. Cancellation this 500 into 12, 6,000. 12 5 is 60, 0, 0. So 6,000 is the interest for the first year. Now amount at the end of the first year is, amount at end of first year. Same that 50,000 is the principal plus 6,000 we got interest, then total 56,000. This is the amount at the end of the first year. Now this become principal for second year, you know it. Therefore, principal amount for second year. Now for second year is this amount only, that is rupees 56,000. Now interest for second year will find out. Interest for second year, same 56,000 into for extra one more year and 12% per annum, so 12 by 100. Right, you cancel 0 0, 560 into 12. This both you need to multiply. 12 zeros 0, 12 6 72 2 60 67. So 6,720 is the interest for the second year. So amount at the end of the second year now. Therefore, amount at end of second year, that is principal for second year is 56,000 plus interest we got 6720. Now total is this is amount at the end of the second year. 56,000 plus 6,720 is 62,720. Right, 62,720 is the amount at the end of the second year. This become principal for the third year. Therefore, principal for third year is the same amount, 62,720. Okay. Now we are not finding complete third year. In after second years, extra 5 months. Now interest only for 5 months you have to find out. Therefore, interest for 5 months. So you can learn clearly here. Because of only 5 months, 1 year is 12 months. So 5 months if you convert into years, 5 by 12, right? So 1 year is 12 months. So if it is 5 months is nothing but 5 by 12 years. So if you want to convert into years, you should divide by 12. So same logic will apply here. Now interest for 5 months. The principal is 62,720. But time is 5 by 12, not 1. And rate of interest is 12% by 100. So by 100 you can keep anywhere. Now this is interest for 5 months. If you simplify this calculation, answer 12 cancel here. 5 ones are 5 twos are, right? Again 2 table, 2 ones, 3 1, 3 2 is 6, 3 1 3 6. 3136 is only for 5 months. After 2 years, extra 5 months interest is 31. You can find out. Therefore, amount at end of, not end of 3 years, because end of only 2 years, 5 months. End of principal for third year is this principal started, that is 62,720. Now plus 3136. So if you add, now this amount is if you add 62,720 plus 3136, it is 65,856. So this is the amount at the end of the 2 years 5 months. Now if you want to compound interest, it's simple. Therefore compound interest for same 2 years plus 5 months. So total amount we got finally 65,856 minus original principal is 50,000 starting is given. Subtract 65,856 minus 50,000 is just only 15,856, right? Therefore finally we can conclude the amount is, they're asking two questions: what is the amount and what is the interest. Therefore amount is equals to rupees, so how much you got here? 65,856, and compound interest is same. This is only compound interest, that is 15,856, right? So in this way, just only when they are asking months, this thing is you need to convert into years, just to divide by 12. That's only different here. Extra 5 months means 5 by 12. So rest of the problem is same, right? Now they're asking, now any number of years you should take the step systematically. So this is the principal interest amount. This interest becomes next principal, right? So this way you need to solve, right? Now whenever they're asking in combination type of problems, so without using formula, so we'll see that also once. So here calculate amount and compound interest on some amount 2 years, but first year is 10% rate of interest and second year is 12% rate of interest. Okay, like this problems how to will see. And this second one more sum when you repay some amount first year and second year also will see like these problems. So first of all we'll do this. Here question is calculate amount and compound interest for 2 years, but rate of interest is changed for first year and second year separately. So how is the change? You should take the value according to that. Similarly, you take the problem. Same principal for the first year is the same invested amount. So principal first year. Principal for first year, it is same, that is rupees 7,500. So 7,500. Now rate of interest is first year is 10%, right? So we can find out the interest for first year. Interest for first year. So principal is 7,500, only 1 year, but rate of interest is 10% here. So 10 by 100. If it is 12, we'll take next year 12 by 100. Now it's a 10%, 10%, 10 by 100. Cancellations is zeros. 75 into 10, 750 rupees is the interest for first year. That's it. Now amount at the end of the first year. Therefore, the amount at end of the first year, there is a principal is 7,500 plus 750 is interest. Now this total amount is end of the first year, that's 8,250 if you add this both. Okay, now the rate of interest is changed for second year, that is 12%. We'll take the same. Now whatever amount at the end of the first year, that become principal for the second year, right? So principal for second year is the amount at the end of the first year, that is 8,250. Then we need to find out the interest, but interest for second year is 12% interest rate. So 8,250 for second year 1 year, and interest rate is 12%, so 12 by 100. You can calculate this 0. Can cancel the 5 table, 5 2s are 10, 5 1s are 5, 3 2 32, 5 6 are 30, 25. Again 2 1s are 2 6, 165 into 6. So this is a interest. that is 6 5 30 3 6 9 9, so 990 rupees is interest for second year. Now amount at end of the second year is, therefore amount at end of second year, that is principal for second year is 8250 plus interest is 990. Okay, this amount if you add, you get the total, that is if you add 0429, that is 9240, right? This is the amount at the end of the second year. So if you want to compound interest for 2 years, the total final amount minus original principal will take. Therefore compound interest for 2 years. Even the rate of interest is changed, you can take account that. Now 9240 is final amount, the original principal is 7500 is given. So if you subtract this both, that is calculate 0 and 740 1740. So this is the interest and amount is 9240 end of the second year, right? Just only thing is, whenever the rate of interest is changed, we can take account to that. So here is the 10%, 10 by 100 is 12%, we take 12. Rest of the thing is same like previous ones. Now if you see this question, it's important, and when the paid amount sum repays, so how to calculate, we'll see. Mr. Dubey borrows 1 lakh from State Bank of India at 11% per annum. So rate of interest is 11%, compounded annually. But he repays some amount at the end of the first year and some other amount at the end of the second year. He is repaying. Find the amount outstanding against him at the beginning of the third year. Okay. We'll start the problem. First of all, the principal for first year. So whatever he repays, we'll subtract from the totals. Not only this, principal for the first year. So that is given rupees 1 lakh. Yes, so this amount. And interest for the first year. So the rate of interest is 11%. So first we find out interest. First year is, yeah, so 1 more 0. 1 lakh. 1 year rate of interest is 11%. So by 100. Can cancel 2 zeros. 1000 into 11, 11,000. 11,000 is the interest for the first year. Now amount at the end of the first year is, therefore amount at end of first year is the principal plus interest. So 1 lakh plus 11,000. That means 1 lakh 11,000. So this is amount. Now according to the problem, he repayment at end of the first year. So from this 1 lakh 11,000, he paid here 41,000. 41,000 for the first year. So that should be removed because for the next year principal we are taking. Okay, repayment at end of the first year is 41,000. Repayment at end of first year is rupees 41,000. Right. So net amount at end of the first year now. You already repaid. So net amount at end of first year. So total amount is 1 lakh 11,000. From this 41,000 we'll subtract. 1,11,000 minus 41,000 is 70,000. Now 70,000 only is the net amount at the end of the first year. Now this will become the principal for second year. Okay, whatever the net amount is balance, that should be become as the principal for the next year. That means principal for second year is the net amount which is balance. That is rupees 70,000. Right. Now for this you'll find out the interest for second year. Now, so interest is same for second year 11% per annum. That is 70,000 into for second year 1 year 11 by 100. Right. Just do cancellations of this. 0 cancel. 700 into 11. 11 7 7700 7,700. Now amount at the end of second year. Therefore, after interest, immediately find out amount. Amount at end of second year is principal for second year is 70,000. From this, we should add the interest is 7,700. Okay, 70,000 plus 7,700 is same, that 77,700. Okay, 70,000 plus 7,700, 77,700. Now from this he repaid 47,000 for second year also. If you see the question, some amount repayment at the end of the second year, that is 47,000 in this problem. So that is a repayment at the end of the second year. So repayment is at end of second year is he prepaid 47,000. When the repayment is done, then you can find out the remaining amount. So outstanding amount at end of the end of the second year, nothing but beginning of the third year. So instead of at the end of second year, okay, that means we will take the beginning of the third year. So instead of this, at amount at the end of the second year we got, in this repayment is done, then outstanding amount at the end of the beginning of the third year. So that is total amount after repayment is done. That means 77,700 minus we paid 47,000. Then the rest of amount is 30,700. Okay. This is the balance, is outstanding amount you need to pay. Okay. So which is the balance is pending in the State Bank of India, right? So amount principal for second year and interest, that is amount at the end of the second year. From this he already paid, repayment has done for second year this amount. We subtract from total at the end of the second year the outstanding amount at the beginning of the third year. That is 30,700. They ask only find the amount outstanding against him at the beginning of the third year. That's it. So how much which year they asked, till that year you should continue this process. Fine. And when this is only for compounded annually type questions. Now when it's compounded half yearly, the related problems also without using formula. So I'll explain now. So without using compound interest formula, how to find out the compound interest for half yearly. So we'll see problem this 7 and 8 I will show you. When the payment backs, this 8th question is when he pays back some amount, how to find out. Okay, first we'll see this question number 7 and we'll go for that. Here problem is find the amount and compound interest on 8,000 for 1 by 2 years. So 1.5 year it is. Okay, 1.5 years at 10% per annum but compounded half yearly. So for every half year only the interest should be added. That means compounded half yearly. Okay, compounded annually means for every 1 year the interest will be added to the principal, previous principal. But compounded half yearly, for every 6 months only we need to add the interest. So let's take the given data first and how to solve. We'll see one by one. So according to this problem, here rate is 10%. Okay, rate of interest is 10%, but per annum. They mention rate of interest is per annum. If it is 10% per annum, we need to find out that is equals to only 5% per half year. Okay, if it is 10% per annum, 10% for 12 months means only 5% for 6 months. So indirectly rate of interest is 5% now. And time, the time is given here 1.5 years. So in 1.5 years, total how many half years? 1 year, 2 halves, and one more half. Total 3 half years. Okay, this is the given data. Total 3 halves, 3 half years. So total 1.5 year means 18 months. 18 divided by 6 is 3. So 3 half years. Now we'll find out half year wise. So principal for the first half. Okay, there is the given data. Now principal for first half year. First half year is the investment amount is 8,000. Okay, that is only first half year. Now interest for the first half year. Same, instead of 1 year, we'll take half year. Then interest for first half year. The first half year is the principal is 8,000 and rate of interest is only 5. So every 1 half. So I'm taking 1 half this by 100. Okay, rate of interest is 5 by 100, but every half year. Don't take the years. So it's a every how many times? So it's only first time. So 1. Principal time is for every first half year, second half year. So we'll take only 1. 8,000 into 5 into 1 by 100. Only rate of interest is only made into reduced divided by 2 if you observe 10% per annum. So 5% for half year. So first half year means I kept 1 year. You not to get confused. 2 zeros cancel. 80 into 5. So 400. 400 rupees is interest for first year. Now this will add the amount at the end of the first half year. Therefore, amount at end of first half year, that is 8,000 plus 400. Now 8,400. Right? Now principal for the second half year. This is first part. Now principal for the second half year. Total 3 half years because 1.5 year. Now principal for second half. Same amount at the end of the first half is principal for the second half year. So 8,400. Now interest for second half year. That is same will take 8,400 into. Now rate of interest is 5% for second part. Every time 1 only we should take because every half of 1 half, second half, third half by 100. You cancel 84 into 5. That is 420. 420 rupees is for second half year. Then amount at end of second half year. That is 8,400 plus 420. 420. Now its total is 8,820. Right? Now this become principal for the third half year. So what are the end of the second half? They become principal for the third half. That means 1.5 year. Therefore, principal for the third half. Now third half year is the amount at the end of the second half year. That is 8,820. Now same way we'll find out interest for the third half year is 8,820 into year 5% into 1 by 100, because every one time we're taking. So 0 0 cancel, 5 ones are 5 2s are 10, again 2 4 4 441s 441. Okay, this is interest for third half year. Now amount at the end of the third half, therefore amount at end of third half year. This previous is 8820 plus 441. This is the total amount. Okay, that is 9,261, right? Yeah. Now amount is 9,261, and if you want to compound interest, just from subtract from the original, and compound interest is equals to. So 9,261 minus the original principal is it is given starting is 8,000, right? Then 1,261. So 1,261 is the compound interest for 3.5 years, means 1.5 year. Okay, we can make it same. Only the difference is time we can take. Only rate of interest becomes half. So 3 halves. Every time you should take like one only. Don't get confused here. Only rate of interest only become half of the total. 10% per annum it becomes 5. Okay. How many times you are making, that many we should repeat it. So 3 halves. Right. Okay. Next. So these next time you observe. A man borrows some amount 50,000 at 12% per annum, compounded half yearly, but he pays back 18,000 at the end of every 6 months. Every 6 months is paying back. Calculate the third payment. Calculate the third payment he has to make to clear the entire loan. Okay. Third payment, 3 payments you should done. That means you start from given data. So sum borrowed is 50,000. So principal for the first half year, and rate of interest is 12%. So rate is 12% per annum. PA means per annum. That is 6% per half year. Half year. So principal for the first half year. Whatever the given information, loan borrows, there is a principal only. So principal for first half. Principal will change. First half year is 50,000. Yes. Now interest for the first half year. And similarly, you can take interest for the first half year is, that is 50,000. You have to pay 6% for half year. So 6 by 100 into 1. So just we can keep 1, because how many times is repeating, that meant keep. And 2 zeros cancel. 500 into 6, 3,000. So amount at the end of the first half year. Amount at end of first half. First half year is equals to that amount whatever it is need to take. That means 50,000 plus 3,000 plus 3,000, that is same 53,000. This is the now amount paid back. So every 6 months is paying back some amount here. That is 18,000. So 18,000 you have to subtract every time. That remember. So amount paid is rupees 18,000. Then balance. So balance is from 53,000 subtract 18,000. So 53 minus 18 is 35. So 35,000. Okay, this is balance. Now this balance amount only nothing but principal for the second half year. Okay, this itself. What is the balance is there? This is for the second half because first half is over. Now principal for second half year. Second half year is 35,000. Yeah, we can calculate the same problem now. Interest for the second year and amount at the end of the second year. Okay. And then interest for second half year. So 35,000 into here is 6%, 6 by 100 into 1. So you just calculate this, 2 zeros, 350 into 6, 2,100. Then amount at end of the second half. Amount at end of the second half year is same 3,000, 35,000 plus 2,100. 37,100 will come total. Now from this again amount paid. Amount paying amount is same, that is 18,000. So balance 37,100 minus 18,000, right? That balance is 19,100. Now this is the principal for the third half year. Okay. Now two halves are over. Now again principal for the third half. Therefore principal for third half year is equals to 19,100. Now three halves are over. Now interest for the third half. Interest is equals to 19,100 into 6 by 100 into 1. Same rate of interest. We cancel this. 191 into 6. 6 on the 6. 411. Okay, 1146. Amount at the end of the third half. Therefore amount end of third half year, that is equals to, from this what is 19,100 plus 1146 is 20,246. 20,246. Yes, so hence the third payment to clear the loan is 20,246. This amount you are clear. They are asking at the third how much has to clear. What the amount is balance end of the third year. Calculate the third payment. He has to make the clear the entire loan. So at the end of the third half, whatever the balance is there, that you need to clear. That's 20,246, right? So you can make in this way. And these are the problems without using the formula. We are solving this without using any formula, and by using formula how to solve and how to apply the formulas for compound interest, because without formulas take a long time. If it is 1.5 year, 2 years, 3 years means okay. 10 years, 15 years means it take a long process. So we need to apply formulas compulsory. At the same time, you should know without formula also some problems. Okay, next we will see the compound interest by using the formula and their problems. Compound interest by using the formula. So this video I will explain you the complete formulas, all the formulas which are related to compound interest. So when we need to compound it annually or compound it half yearly, okay, when the rates are different, The number of years and months are different. So all the formulas I'll explain this video first. Using these formulas, we can solve the problems in the remaining topics. Fine. So let's see one by one. First one, when interest is compounded annually. So only the using formulas only we need to solve from here onwards problems. Okay, when interest. So when interest is compounded, so annually. When annually is so any question is interest is compounded annually, it's how to solve. So in this, so this is the first formula how to apply. So let principal is P. We need to take some letters. So here let principal is P. So in the place of P, we need to substitute that value. So let principal is rupees P. Okay, and rate. Rate is equals to R percent. So capital R percent. This is per annum. PA. So per annum. And let time is equals to n years. Time, whatever time is given, we should take taken as n. That is n years. Then, so if the given data is like this, P R N. Okay, P is the principal, R is rate of interest, N is number of years. Because compounded annually it is. Okay, when it is compounded annually, we need to take like this. Now, do direct find out amount. So, for example, if it is 3 years, in the place of N, we should take 3. Okay, we will see the problems later. Then amount is equals to rupees P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n, or to the power n. Okay, this power n only for 1 plus R by 100 or to the power n. This is formula to find out the amount. Okay, as per ICSE syllabus, there is no any required of any proofs. Okay, for this formula is not required any proofs. So proofs I did in different other videos. So here amount is P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. Now, once if you know amount, you can find out compound interest, right? Compound interest is amount minus principal. Okay, this is now compound interest is equals to that we know amount, the total amount, the final amount minus principal. We have done all the previous problems, amount minus principal. So we'll make formula for this also. Already got amount formula is this P into 1 plus R by 100 all to the power n minus again principal is P. Now if you simplify this, just simplify, then that is if you take P common, then we can write 1 plus R by 100 all to the power n and minus 1 because we have taken common. Okay. This formula you can use for compound interest directly. Okay, where P is the principal, R is rate of interest and N is number of years. Okay. Now, same when interest is compounded annually, when rates are different for different years. Okay, then how to do. So this is when same rate throughout the years. Okay, next. So when rates are different for different years. So how to find out? When rates are different for different years. So let the rates of interest for successive years like R1, R2, R3, so on. So let rates are first year is R1% and second year is R2% and third year is R3% and so on. Okay. For if it is 3 years, these are 3 rates, and 4 years, fourth year different rate. So in that case, to find out the amount. So if this is the compound interest formula, amount formula is P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. Using these formula only, in the place of R we can take R1, R2, R3 separately. So let's see that formula also. This is when rates are different for different years. Means first year R1%, second year is R2%, R3 is for third year rate of percent. So rate of interest. Then amount is equals to. So principal is fixed for throughout. Rupees P into actually 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. N is number of years, but it's 3 years differently. So 1 plus R1 by 100 into again 1 plus R2 by 100 into 1 plus R3 by 100. Okay. If it is 3 years, only up to 3 we can stop, and so on. Yeah, this is when the rates are different for different years. Okay, we will see the problems also based on this. And when period is not a complete number of years, how to do? This is for number of years. And next one more formula, for example, only for 2 years, 8 months, 3 years, 4 months. So like that, how to do? When period means time. Period is not a complete number of years. A complete number of years. So for example, 3 years 5 months, let 2 years 8 months. So I'm taking let it be 2 years 8 months. Then how to make? Just you can take any example. This is one example for 2 years 8 months. Then we can write amount formula. Amount formula is equals to rupees. So when you see for 2 years is fixed. So P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power n. So in the place of n, 2 we can take because it's a 2 years. Okay. Let me do this. P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power 2 because for 2 years. Into again, remaining is 8 months. 8 months we need to calculate for years. Again 1 plus R by 100. But in the place of 8R, 8 by 12. This is for 1 year, R by 100. No, 8 by 12 because 8 months, if you convert into years, 8 by 12. R, 8 by 12 into R by again 100. Just close this. Okay. 8 by 12 into R means 8R by 12 by 100. Okay. You can solve in this way. So this is for when the interest means the interest is compounded annually. Interest is compounded annually. You can do these formulas. One is the principal rate, time is given, and when the different rates we can use in different R1, R2, R3, so on. When time is different, so years and months are given. For years you can take here same as usual. Extra 8 months are there, no? 8 by 12. If it's 7 months, 7 by 12 R by 100. Okay. Next, when interest is compounded half yearly. When interest is compounded half yearly. So half yearly problems also we have solved without using formula. Now in half yearly, how to do? So let's see this. Only change is rate of interest we need to change. Okay, let me show you the given data how to take. Let principal is P. So what are the given principal is? That is let rupees P. Okay, and rate is equals to R% per annum is given, and time is equals to n years. So time is n years. Okay, this is given. Then principal is P. Whenever it's given this, then what you have to change? If it is compounded half yearly, principal is no change. So principal is equals to same P itself. But rate becomes, because half yearly, right? Previous is R% per annum. then rate becomes R by 2%, so it's half yearly, and time is equals to previous is n years. So for example 2 years means how many half years in 2 years? 4 half years. If it is 3 years, 6 half years, right? So you just multiply the 2, that is 2n half years. Okay, these two we need to change. If you observe carefully here, rate of interest divided by 2 because half year, and time is multiplied with 2 because that many halves. If it is 6 years, 6 into 2, 12 half years will come. Just to substitute in the formula. Then amount is equals to rupees P into 1 plus R place is R by 2 it is by 100. 1 plus R by 100 whole power n, general formula. So in the place of rate of interest is R by 2 to the power 2n because time is 2n. That's it. So this way we can simplify again by substituting same R value, same R itself, but rate place only R by 2 will take, time place is 2n will take. So this 2 is different, we need to try to change when compounded half yearly. Okay, if it is quarterly means again divide by 4, the time is 4n will come. So this syllabus is only up to compounded half yearly. Right, these are the formulas for compound interest by using formula to solve. Now using these formulas we will solve the problems. So in examination point of view, they not ask direct questions to find how to find out the compound interest when principal rate time is given. Otherwise, how to find the rate when principal time amount is given. So let's see one by one topics. Now by using the formulas only we'll find out the compound interest. I'll explain you around 5 types. So in this, how to find out the compound interest. Okay, next video we'll see how to find out principal, how to find out the time when other information means other data is given, how to find out. So here only find out the compound interest questions. So I'll show you a few questions here. This is one and one more. Okay, see the first problem. You can solve the rest of the questions also from your textbooks because only numbers will change, the method is same. Okay. Now calculate amount and compound interest on rupees 12,500. So this is the principal for 2 years. So this is the time and 12%. So this is the R, right? So your given data is the P is equals to rupees 12,500 and time, that is N, is equals to 2 years, and R is given rate of interest is 12%, right? Yeah, this is the value, this parameter. Therefore now directly we'll apply the formula. So, amount is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100, P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power N. We can close this. Then this bracket also not required. Directly P into 1 plus R by 100 over to the power N. Right. So this formula straight away will apply. So you'll find out the amount directly. Now P into, so P is given 12,500 into 1 plus R is 12 by 100 all to the power N is 2. Now we can simplify. So within the bracket just LCM 1 plus 12 by 100. So we can cancel this 4 table if you cancel 25, and this is 4 3s are 12. Okay, 3 by 25. Now that is 12,500 into 1 plus 3 by 25. So 25 plus 3, 28 by 25 LCM or power 2. Then we can simplify more. So 12,500 into 28 by 5, 28 by 25 whole square. So 28 by 25 into 28 by 25. Okay, you can do cancellation of this. 25 ones are 25 5s are 0 0. Again similarly 25 ones are 25 twos are 50, 20. So 20 into 28 into 28. Okay, that is 28 into 2, 560 into 28. Just multiply, you'll get the amount. Now that is total is, just multiply these numbers. So okay, 60, 28 if you calculate. Then 15,680, right? This is the amount. Now once you know amount, you can find out the rest of it. So amount is equals to rupees 15,680. Then compound interest. Compound interest, you can apply compound interest formula, otherwise directly subtract amount minus principal. So 15,680 is amount and principal is 12,500. Do subtraction, which is the compound interest. Okay, if you subtract, that is 15,000 minus 12,000. 15,680 minus 12,500 is 3,180. Right, this is the compound interest. So straight away if you apply formula, it's simple. Then see one more question I wrote here. This is when they are given different rates. Okay, observe. How much will 10,000 amount to 2 years at compound interest, compounded annually, but rate of interest is successive years is 9 and 10%. That means first year 9% and second year is 10%. Now let us see. So according to this given solution, given P is equals to 10,000 and rate of interest is 2. So that's why R1 and R2 will take. R1 is 9%, R2 is 10%. Okay, there is no need of taking n value here because formula I explained. Then amount is equals to, so previous video I have checked all the formulas. Amount is equals to P into, so 1 plus R1 by 100 into 1 plus R2 by 100. Okay, only for 2 years, 2 successive years. Just substitute the values. Then P is equals to, according to the problem, it's 10,000. 1 plus R1, that is 9 by 100. 1 plus R2 is 10 by 100. If you do LCM, it's simple. 10,000 into 1 plus 9 by 100 is 109 by 100. And 1 plus 10 by 100 is 110 by 100. So LCM. Right? Just simplify using calculator. 100, 2 zeros, again 100, 1 0. So 109 into 110. This is the amount after 2 years. So if you multiply 109 into 111, just to multiply 9911, again 0. So 11,990. Right. So this is the hence amount is equals to, therefore amount after 2 years, because 2 successive years we are taken. So after 2 years the amount will be rupees 11,990. Right. So this way you can solve. And when the given time in different, let's see one more question. This we are finding compound interest. Next board I have one question here. Calculate the amount and compound interest on 8,000 for 2 years 9 months. Okay, number of years is 2, but number of months also is 9. Okay, whenever given like this, also we have seen formula, so I will apply that. So your given data is P is equals to rupees how much, 8,000, and rate of interest is same 10% throughout 2 years 9 months. And when you see the time is equals to 2 years and 9 months. That means 2 years and plus 9 months is 9 by 12 years. 2 years plus 9 by 12 years. So 2 9 by 12. Yes, let it be this. Now when you apply the formula, so amount is equals to this formula also you have seen, P into 1 plus R by 100 all to the power n. So first n is for 2 years because 2 years is fixed, into again 1 plus R by 100. Next is 9 by 12. 9 by 12 is months and R by 100. Okay, years means only can write out. So this 9 by 12. This is time is 9 by 12 in terms of years now. We will simplify. Just substitute the place of R and P. Right. Whenever the formula we need to apply in this. Now P is equals to 8000. 1 plus R is 10. 10 by 100 all to the power 2 into again 1 plus, we can cancel this, right? 9 3 3 is a 9, 3 4 is a, so 3 by 4 into 10 by 100. Just to calculate this total and get the final amount. Then 8000 into 1 plus 10 by 100 is 110 by 100 whole square. So into again 110 by 100 into, and we take 1 plus, yes, 1 plus is there, 1 plus 3 by 4 into 10, so you can cancel this 0 0, then 3 by 40, so 1 plus 3 by 4 by 10, so 4 into 10. Just simplify this. 8000 into, cancel 0 0, so 11 by 10 into, cancel 0 0, again 11 by 10, 1 plus 3 by 40, that is 43 by 40. Just simplify everything. 2 zeros cancel, 41s are 42s are 80, right? 2 into 11 into 11, 2 into 11 into 11 is 121 into 43. Multiply this, 2 into 121, so 242 into 43, then this is the total amount. So if you multiply this, 2 3 are 6, total 10,406. Just multiply. This is the amount. Then once you know if amount, you can find out the compound interest for total 2 years, how many months? 9 months. Then 10,406 minus the principal is 8,000 is given. Then 2,406 is the compound interest. So we can find out this. Only you need to apply. The remaining thing is whenever the time in years and months, that is in months place will come in this place separately, and number of years is fixed, into extra 1 plus there are how many months, we should convert it to years, and R by 100. Okay, just if you simplify you'll get the problem. Now this is the type 1, first type, how to find out the compound interest. Next we'll see how to find out the principal when some time other things are given. How to find the principal, we'll see. So here how to find out the principal. So when amount, time and rate of interest. So when these three are given, how to find out the principal. And I'll show you one more problem also, when difference between compound interest and simple interest. So let us see this first. And methods are same for every problem, just they change the numbers. Here if you write the given data, so from the question, amount is given, right? So amount is equals to, if you write the given data, then what formula you need to apply, we will get clear idea about that. Amount is rupees 7,840 and rate is given, rate of interest is 12%, it's per annum, and time is equals to 2 years, that is n is equals to 2, n is equals to 2 years. Now let require this sum, means whatever the required is principal, so principal you need to find out. So let The sum is equals to P. So in the place of principal, we'll keep P as it is, then apply the formula. Okay. Now formula is amount is equals to, so A is equals to P into A is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 all to the power N. So this is the formula. So in the same place of A, we can keep A value. P place on it, you can keep P as it is. You just apply. If you apply, amount is equal to 7,840 and P is P itself, because we need to find out the P value only. And 1 plus R by 100. So R is rate of interest is 12 by 100 all to the power N. N is 2. Yes. We will simplify this, you will get the value of P. Just to see. Now in the bracket P into 1 plus, so it's 12 by 100. 4 table you can cancel. 425 is 4 3 is. So 1 plus 3 by 25 whole to the power 2. Then P into 1 plus 3 by 25 is 28 by 25 whole power 2. Okay, then it is 2 times. So P into 28 by 25 into 28 by 25. Right? That is the value of 7,840. Now we need to find the value of P. So from this, P is equals to 7,840. These fractions, if we take other side, they will be reciprocal. Right? 28 by 25 becomes 25 by 28 and 25 by 28. Yes, then this we need to simplify everything. So 7,840 into 25 into 25 is 625 by 28 into 25. And just do calculation of this. So I'm not doing calculation, just if you do, then you get the required sum. So that is 6250. If you cancel this exactly, 28 28 784. That means tens it is. Then 6250. Okay, 28 28 is 784. That means 1 times 0. Just calculate, make it simple. Hence the required sum. Hence the required sum, that is principal, is equals to rupees 6,250. Right. So this way you can find out. Just you should same formula apply, and we need to simplify the value what is required. Okay. Next, we'll see one more type question in this. The difference between compound interest and simple interest is given, that is 324 for 9% rate and 2 years. In case if it is, then find out the sum. Same principle you should find out. Okay, let's see this. Simple interest also given. So let required sum be x, because sum we don't know. Let principal is x. Let principal be x, I took x rupees. Then remaining is given, rate is equals to 9%, okay, per annum, and time is 2 years. So difference between compound interest and simple interest is 324. That means we need to find out simple interest and compound interest separately first. Okay, let's find out the simple interest first. Simple interest formula is PTR by 100. So P is x, that I'm writing. Time is 2 years. Rate of interest is 9 by 100. That is, cancel this, 2 ones are 250 is 9x by 50. 9x by 50 is, let it be simple interest, equation 1. And from the same data, compound interest. So compound interest formula, we know it. P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power and minus P, right? So that formula apply. That is x into 1 plus R by 100. So 9 by 100 whole to the power 2 minus P, again x. Okay, this is compound interest. if you simplify this, 109 by 100, that is 1 plus 9 by 100 whole power 2. So x into 109 by 100 and minus x. Just to simplify this also more, take x common, 109 into 109 by 100 into 100 minus 1. Okay, x you took common, x into, just to multiply this 109 into 109, right? Just if you multiply and simplify, that is okay, 109 into 109 is 1181. X minus 1000, 10,000, okay, by 10,000. LCM, just to multiply into LCM, then that is, if you subtract this both, 1881. So 8081 by x by, so 10,000. 1881 x, because x is there. This is the compound interest, right? Now compound interest is generally is more than simple interest because compounded, and so compound interest minus simple interest. So compound interest is 1881x by 10,000 minus simple interest is 9x by 50. That is from equation 2. You can observe. So equation 1 is 9x by 50. That is simple interest. Therefore, this statement is from equation 1 comma 2. And this value is given. So the difference between simple interest and compound interest value is given is 324. Okay, just if you simplify this, you will get this value. From this both you need to simplify. Then find out the 81. Just to simplify this again, take x common. Take x common. 1881 by 10,000 minus 9 by 50. Okay, if you take x is equals to 10,000 common. 10,000 is LCM. Then 1881 minus, so in 50 in 10,000, that is 200s, that means 1800. Just do LCM, okay, and that value is 324. So value is 324, and simplify, then 81 by 10,000, that is equals to 324 x into this value. Then from this, x is equals to 324 into 10,000 by 81. So directly can cancel. This is an 81 table. 81 fours are 81 ones are 81, 80 fours are 320, 81 fours are 324, right? 4 into 10,000 is 40,000. That is x. Simple. Hence required the sum is principal, that is 40,000. Hence only calculation need to be careful. The required sum is equals to rupees 40,000, right? Yeah. This way you can prove. Only should calculate the simple interest and compound interest separately. Then difference is 324. Account the sum. Then the principal is x. That value you got, right? Now this is the to find out the principal when some rate of interest and time is given. Similarly, you'll see how to find the rate percent. So rate percent is when principal, compound interest and time are given. Then how to find out the R value also. So let's see to find out the R value in this type 3 problems. So how to find out the rate percent? So when sum is given and when you see the other values like principal, compound interest and time is given, how to find the rate percent. So first you will take the given data and formula is same. We'll see how to solve. So here the given values, when you take first, at what rate percent per annum will be sum of 4,000. That means principal. So P is equals to rupees 4,000, right? And yield rupees 1324 as compound interest. So compound interest is given. And compound interest is rupees 1324. And in time is 3 years. So time is equals to 3 years. So when these three are given, then we need to find out the R value. So 8%. So amount in 3 years. And amount is not given. So we can find out the amount first using this simple. Amount is actually principal plus the compound interest. So this is compound interest total 3 years. P plus compound interest, you know it. That is 4,000 plus 1324. So is 5,324. This is the amount. So amount is not given, but we found because using the principal plus compound interest. Okay, now we will take the amount formula. So amount formula we will apply. That is A is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 all to the power N. So N is the number of years. Okay, using this formula only we can solve. Now A value is 5324, 5324. We will substitute here 5324. We take the same value. So when you take 5324 is the amount. And principal is given 4,000, right? So 4,000 1 plus R value only need to find out. So R by 100 and all to the power N. So N is for 3 years. We keep in the place of N 3 as it is. So simplify. Now 4,000 you take left. This is a 5,324 by 4,000. 1 plus R by 100 all to the power 3. Okay. Now 5,324 by 4,000. You need to simplify. You can cancel 4 table, right? 100, 1000 and 4 table you cancel 1, 3 is 12, 3, 1. Then finally we got 1331 by 1000. Therefore 1 plus R by 100 all to the power 3 is equals to 1331 by 1000. So when this is all to the power 3, then you can check this right side also is any possible of to the power 3. They will give the question also according to that. 1331 you can write 11 cube. 1000 is 10 cube because 10 into 10 into 10 is 1000. We need to can make like that. So automatically the problems also given the same way. So 11 by 10 all to the power 3. This is 1 plus R by 100 all to the power 3. When powers are same, bases are equal. We can cancel these powers. Then bases are equal. That is 1 plus R by 100 is equals to 11 by 10. Let's simplify this. Now R by 100 is equals to 11 by 10 minus 1. This 11 minus 10 is 1 by 10. Okay. R by 100 is equals to 1 by 10. Then R is equals to 100 by 10. 0, 0 cancel. 10%. So R is equals to 10. Hence required rate is 10% per annum. So required rate is 10% and per annum. Okay, you can solve. Just only the amount formula only we applied in this. Okay, this is when this need to find out rate of interest. Next, let's see this problem. A sum of money. So even when this principal is not given, also how to solve. And rate of interest also not given. So we'll see this tricky question. A sum of money amounts to 6,690 in 3 years and 10,035 in 6 years and compounded annually. Find the sum. Rate of interest also not given. We can find the rate of interest also. So first if you take the given values, let principal is P only take. Let the principal is equals to P. That is a sum we need to find out. And rate of interest is not given. So rate of interest, after getting principal you can find out the rate of interest. That is equals to R%. But in this question we need to find out the sum only. Even rate of interest is not given. If they ask rate of interest also you can find out. So let's take this question. So we know amount is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 all to the power N, right? This is the amount formula. This you can take two times. For 3 years you'll take once and 6 years you'll take one. First when you take 3 years, you can take in this way. P into, P is not given, 1 plus R by 100. Even R is also you don't know. R by 100 all to the power 3. Because for 3 years the amount becomes 6690. 6690. So let be equation 1. Again P into 1 plus R by 100 all to the power 6. Because for 6 years amount is 10,035 is 6690. So that is equation 2. Using these two equations only you need to solve first. So I am doing dividing second equation by first because I need to get some cancellations. If I do division second by first, I can cancel the value of P. So on dividing second equation by 5 by first equation, that implies 1 plus R by 100 all to the power 6 by again P into 1 plus R by 100 all to the power 3. 10,035 by 6,690. Okay, this you can do cancellations. And here if you do cancellations is important. Cancel the P value. 1 plus R by 100 base is same, powers you can subtract. A power m minus, okay, a power m by a to the power n is equal to a to the power m minus n formula. Then you can get 1 plus R by 100 all to the power 6 minus 3, that is 3. And 10,035 by 6690. Just to cancel with the 5 table. 5 ones are 5, 5 is a 15, it is a 15 again 8. 5 twos are 0, 0, 7. 1338 by 2007, this is 3 times, 2 times. 9. More you can cancel 3 table. 3 fours are 12, 12, 18. Okay. Again 3 6 18 2 0 9, 69 by 446. It is 3 table. If you cancel again, 3 ones are 3, 14, right? 3 fours are 12. Otherwise 446 and 669 is directly 2 times. 221s are 223 3s are, that means 2 and 3 directly. So 3 by 2. Okay, 221, 223 2s are 223 3s are 669. That is 3 by 2. Calculation you should be careful. Finally we got 1 plus R by 100 whole power 3 is equals to 3 by 2. Let be equation 3. So whenever you get 1 plus R by 100 whole power 3 3 by 2, this value you can substitute any one of the equation. Substituting first equation. Okay, first equation is 1 plus R by 100 all to the power 3. P into 1 plus R by 100 all power 3 is equals to 6690. This is equation 1. Okay, and this is given. Now substitute 1 plus R by 100 power 3 is equal to 3 by 2 in that place. So P into 3 by 2 is equal to 6690. From this you will get the principal P value, 6690 into 2 by 3. Just do cancellations of this. 2230. So 2230 into 2, then 4460 rupees. This is principal. So once you know principal, you can substitute in one of the equation, you get the rate of interest also, right? This way we can solve. So this is the sum is equals to, therefore required sum is rupees 4460. Just be careful when you are doing calculations. Whenever you have equations like this, you need to go for division. This P value if you substitute, you get the rate of interest. Similarly, this is the way you can find out when the Rate of interest we need to find out when other values are given. The formula is same, just we need to substitute. And how to find out the time. So n value how to find it when principal amount rate is given. How to find out the time also we'll see next. Now, okay, here is how to find out the time when principal and amount. So if you observe the question here, in what time will 5,000 amount to 6,655 at 10% per annum but compounded annually? So in how many years? So this principal will become this much amount. Okay, so we'll see. When you write the given data first in solution, if you observe the given information, so here principal is given because 5,000. At what time we should find out the time. Now principal is rupees 5,000 and it changes to amount 6,655. That means amount is equals to rupees 6,655. Okay, these two are given, and the rate of interest is 10%. Okay, rate of interest is 10% per annum. This is also mentioned. Let required time be n years. Now time we should find out. Time is not given. Let required time be n years. So within n years this is changes. N years. Then same formula. The amount of formula will apply. Amount is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. Right. So the same formula apply. The formula is amount is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power n. Okay, you'll apply the same formula to find out the value of n. Just to substitute APR, amount to principal, rate of interest, we just substitute here. Then A is equals to 6,655. That is equals to 5,000 because principal is 5,000 into 1 plus rate of interest is 10 by 100 whole to the power n. The power n value only need to find out. Yes, now from here on we'll simplify this. So 6,655 is equals to 5,000 1 plus 10 by 100. So if you cancel this, yeah, 10 ones are 10, 10s are 100. Then 1 plus 1 by 10 whole to the power n. Okay, simplify this 5,000. 1 plus 1 by 10 is 11 by 10 to the power n. 6,655. Now 5,000 if you take left, divide by 5,000. So 11 by 10 whole to the power n is equals to 6,655 by 5,000. Now we need to simplify this. So this left side is 11 by 10. Same base if you can make right side, then powers are equal. So we'll try that. We need to cancellation to do first. 5 table, 5 1000, 5 ones are 5, 1 carry 16, 5 3s are 15, again 3 1. Okay, this is 1331 by 1000. Now check it. 1331 is which powers are cubes, and both 100,000 I can write 10 cube. 1331, if you don't know, you can use a prime factorization method. 1331. So it's 11 table directly. 11 ones are 11, 23, 2, 1. Again 11 11s are 121, 11 ones are 11. So 11 into 11 into 11. That means 11 cube. 1000 we know it because 10 into 10 is 100, into 10 is 1000, right? 10 cube. Then that is 11 by 10 whole power 3. So most of the questions they will adjust the base as it is. So no, don't worry about that. Left side is 11 by 10, then right side also 11 by 10. When the bases are same, then powers are equal. Therefore, n is equals to 3. Hence, so is the data. Hence, you can confirm the answer. Then values n is given. Hence, the required. So we have taken required time is n years. Therefore, required time is 3 years. That means within 3 years, the amount, the principal, within 3 years, this 5,000 becomes 6,655 at the rate of 10% per annum and compounded annually, right? So any question when the principal amount rate of interest is given, apply the same formula, make the bases same, then powers are equal. Based on it, we'll get the value of n, right? This is for compounded annually. Now when compounded half yearly, okay, using same compound interest formula, how to do, we'll see one problem. How to find out the compound interest when compounded half yearly. Okay, previous we have seen when they compounded annually, right? So it's half yearly, how to solve. Let me explain you one problem. The remaining you can do the similar. Find amount and compound interest on 62,500 for 1.5 year. So it's 1.5 year at 8% per annum compounded half yearly. Okay, so we'll take the given data first. So your given information is principal is given. So P is equals to rupees 62,500. Okay, that is fixed. And rate is equals to R percent, 8% per annum. So whenever rate of interest is 8% per annum, then for half yearly this becomes half. That means 4%. If it is 8% per annum, then 4% for half yearly. So half yearly it's 4%. Okay, rate is equals to 4% now. Then time, if you observe, time is given 1.5 year. In 1.5 year, how many half years are there? You can count. In 1 year, we have 2 half years plus extra one more half year. So total 3 half. Okay, 3 half years. That means n is equal to 3. Right? In the place of n, 3 we should keep. Then n is equals to 3 because 3 times that cycle should be rotated. That means compound interest should be calculated. Yes. Now P R N. Just substitute in the formula amount. It's simple. Therefore, amount is equals to. Then if you observe the formula, P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power N, which is a change that you should keep now. And principal is, substitute values. Principal is 62,500. Okay, 62,500 into 1 plus R by 100. 8% per annum but 4% per half year. So 4 by 100 all to the power 3 because 3 half years. Okay, just to observe here. R is equals to 4, N is equal to 3. N is 3 and R is the 4 now. Yes. Then you can get the amount if you have simplified this problem. It's simple. And cancel this 4 ones are 4, 25 is 100. 62,500 into 1 plus 1 by 25 all to the power 3. Then 62,500, 1 plus 1 by 25 is 26 by 25 to the power 3. So all to the power 3 is 3 times you need to multiply. So 62,500 into 26 by 25 into again 26 by 25, 26 by 25. Okay, just to calculate and simplify this given values. This values, if we simplify 25 table, we can cancel 25 ones are 25, 25 625, 2 zeros. Again 25 hundreds are 2500. In 25 ones are 25 fours are. So if you do like these calculations, you can make it fast. Then 4 into 26 into 26 into 26. These 4 numbers, if you multiply, you will get that amount. So just multiply using this calculator. 4, 26, 26, 26. That is 70,304. So I calculated. That is the amount. Right? And compound interest. So compound interest is simple. just amount minus principal. So A minus B, amount minus principal. Amount is what we got. So amount is here 70,304 minus principal is given 62,500. That's in question. Okay, compound interest. So our principal is the given value. If you see on top, principal is given, that is 62,500. So amount minus principal is the compound interest. 70,000 minus 70,304 minus 62,500 is rupees. You subtract 7,804. Therefore, amount is 70,304 and compound interest is rupees 7,804. Yes. So we can do this. Only the important thing is we need to change the values, that is rate of interest and n value. Rate of interest, if it is 8% per annum, it will become 4% per half year. And n value, n is just number, how many times we need to repeat the interest. So 1.5 year, 3 half years. So in 1.5 year, if it is quarterly means we should take 6, because 1 year 4 quarters. So just that only change, and rate of interest also be decrease. Okay, this is about how to find the compound interest when compounded half year. Next, using this similar formulas, how to find the growth and depreciation. Okay, when the growth percent, formula for population of the growth and population of decrease. Okay, depreciation type of questions also we'll see. So here we will discuss formula for population growth or decrease. So when population is increasing or due to any reason if it decrease, at the rate of growth, if it is given using the same concept of compound interest. No? So similar type of formulas only will apply for population growth or decrease also. So when questions are, how questions will come, then how to use the formulas. So I will explain one question also. The present population of the town is 1,76,400. If it is increased at the rate of 5% per annum, every year 5% the population is increasing. Then how to find the population after 2 years? Okay, its population 2 years ago how much? So like this type of questions. To understand, we need to know some formulas first. I will explain you the formulas here. Then these formulas will apply in the problems. Now population growth or decrease. First you will see the growth. Let there be increase in population at r% per annum. Okay, see first one. Let present population of the town be P. Let P be present population. So present population is, if you take it as P, and growth, that means how much increasing. There will be increase in population at r% per annum. Increase rate is 5% per annum. Okay, you can take r% because they give any value. Account this formula will take r% per annum. Now two formulas to write: population after n years and population n years ago. Let us see both. First one, if it is given data is this: population after n years. N years. N is the number of years. Population after n years, either 2 years or 5 years, after n years, then that is equals to P into same 1 plus r by 100 to the power n. So n is number of years. P is the present population and r is the rate of growth. So here is rate of growth, how much is increasing. Then similarly population n years ago. So present population, if it is P, then population n years, or before 2 years or before 5 years, like that type of n years ago. So it's previous. That is formula is P by 1 plus r by 100 to the power n. Okay. N years ago is P by 1 plus r by 100 power n. and after n years is p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power n, right? Then this is we use for n years ago or after n years. Then let there be increase in population at r% during first year and r2% during second year. Like there will be changes. If any changes are there, that is means first year r1%, r second year is r2 rate of growth rate percent. Then we can take, for example, I'm taking first year. It is rate of growth is r1%, and second year the rate of growth is r2%. Right, in case like this, then population, if you want to find out, then population after 2 years, because every year is different. So after 2 years, if you want to find out, p into same 1 plus r1 by 100, this is the first year, into again 1 plus r2 by 100 for second year, together is overall population come after 2 years. This formula apply. This is for population growth, okay, when it is increasing. Similarly, when population is decrease due to any reason, then in the place of plus we just will keep the minus. Okay, population is decrease also. Let me write a formula for that also. Formula for population decrease. When population is decreased due to any reason, population decrease. Okay, and there will be a decrease rate growth is r%. Let decrease rate is r%, and similarly p is the present population. Okay, present population is no change, that is p as it is. Then we can write similarly two formulas. One is population after n years. Okay, population after n years. Population after n years. So when it is decreasing, right? So p into 1 minus r by 100 to the power n. Just in the place of plus, minus will keep. Similarly, population n years ago. Okay, population n years ago. That is similarly p by 1 minus r by 100 whole to the power n. 1 minus r by 100 whole power n. Same like this, here is a plus. Okay, plus we are using. If it is increasing and decreasing means just will keep the minus. So, okay, that's all the change. Now let's see the problem using this formula how to apply. Okay, when you see this problem, population, present population of the town is this much. This you can take it as the p, and rate of growth is increasing. So 5%. Okay, p is equals to 1,76,400 members, present population, and rate of growth. So growth population is 5%. Okay, now population after 2 years. So n is equals to 2. Then first one, population after 2 years. After 2 years it is, so according to the formula, p into 1 plus r by 100, okay, to the power n. Here p is the present population, that is 1,76,400 into 1 plus r is 5 by 100 whole to the power 2. This value if we simplify, you will get the population after 2 years. Simple, you can simplify 1,76,400 into 1 plus 5 by 100. So 105 by 100 whole square, right? So again 105 by 100. Just to simplify this, 5 table can cancel there. 521s are 520s. Same 21 and 20. So 0, 0, you cancel here. And 2 twos are 4. Cancel the 2 table. 2 8 is 16, 8 is 16, 2. Again 2 ones are 4, 4, 1. 441 into 21 into 21. Again 441, 21, 21 is also same 441. Then if you multiply 1,94,481, right? Just I multiply. This is the population after 2 years, and population 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, how much it is? Present if it is 1,76,400, 2 years ago obviously it will be less because rate is increasing. Okay, now similarly, population 2 years ago. 2 years ago, right? That is P by, because of increasing 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. So P value is 1,76,400 by 1 plus. So rate of growth is 5 by 100 to the power 2. Now this value will just simplify. So that is the population is before 2 years. And 1,76,400 by, we can cancel this 5 ones are 5 20s, so 21 by 20 whole square, so 21 by 20, 2 times it, and simplify this. 176,400, 21 by 20 is reciprocal is 20 by 21 and 20 by 21. So just calculate with the 21 table. So 3 table you can cancel. So let's try to simplify this. Cancel with 3 table, 3 sevens, and when you see 15, 26, yeah, just calculations again with the 5 plus 8 plus 8. You can check again 3 table, 7s, 3 ones are 3, 28, 7 and 7 table, 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14, 56, 400, right? 400 into 20 into 20, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16, 0, 0, 0, 0, yes. 1,60,000 is the population 2 years before, so 2 years ago. Just calculate, make it simple. 2 years ago the population, and after 2 years is the population. Just only we will apply the same similar formulas. If it is a decreased rate means you just take the minus. These two formulas you apply the population when is growth or decrease. Similarly, we'll see next some depreciation, when the rate of depreciation regarding the machine. Okay, that also. This is about population and cost of the machine values when articles are increase or decrease. How to do? Let's look about one more video on this. Formula for depreciation. So, value of a machine or any article, generally there will be decrease its value. Okay, for example, if you purchased a vehicle, you purchased a car, this value for next year, after 2 years, after 10 years, so the value will be decreased. Okay, the decrease rate. So depreciation per unit of time is called rate of depreciation, and decrease in the value of an article is called depreciation. So generally any article will be decreased. So when they are given the question rate of decreasing, so rate of decreasing value if it is given, how to find out the values, you'll see. I'll show one problem also here. For example, a car was purchased 2 years ago. Its value depreciates 20% per annum. Depreciates means the value is decreasing time to time. So if the present value is some amount, so after the what's the value after 2 years? Otherwise, what's the value of this purchase 2 years ago? First we will see the formula then you are using this formula, will apply. So depreciation is nothing but the decreasing, the value of the particular article should be decreased time to time. Now let present value of a machine. So I'm taking some machine, because that means the place of machine you can take anything, car, scooter, vehicle, any vehicle or any article, right? So let present value. So present value of the machine, present value of the machine be, take rupees V. So I'm taking value as V. Then the value of this machine depreciates. Depreciates at R% per annum. So value is decreasing indirectly at the R% per annum. Then two formulas here. That is value of machine after n years. So time is n years. Then value. Similarly, population decrease formula only, but just we take the machine. Okay, value of machine after n years. After n years. So if they'll give present value and decreasing rate, we'll find out the machine after n years. That is V into 1 plus 1 minus, because it's decreasing, 1 minus R by 100 to the power n, right? And value of machine n years ago. So similarly, value of machine n years ago. So n years ago the value is V by 1 minus R by 100 to the power n. Okay, just the value, letters are changing. These are the formulas. The present value and rate of depreciation, if you know, we can find out the value of the machine after n years using this formula. N years ago, V by 1 minus R by 100 over to the power n. Right? These formulas you will see how to apply in this problem. The car was purchased 2 years ago. That means present value. So present value. Let present value is taken as V, that is equals to 4 lakhs rupees. So after 4 is 5 zeros, so 4 lakhs rupees. This is given. And rate of depreciation per annum. So rate of depreciation. So rate of depreciation is given, that is R. That value is 20%. So 20% is decreasing every year. Then we need to find out value of the car after 2 years. Okay, after 2 years. That means n is equals to 2. Right? So first one. So value of the car after 2 years. So after 2 years means you just take in the place of n 2 years. That formula V into 1 minus R by 100. 1 minus R by 100 to the power 2, because it's 2 years. And just V value, R value substitute. So V is equals to 4 lakhs. Right? And 1 minus R is 20. 20 by 100 to the power 2. Just cancel 2 0 0, 2 1s are 2 5s. 1 minus 1 by 5, that is 4 lakhs. 1 minus 1 by 5 is 4 by 5 to the power 2. So 4 by 5 is 2 times. Just simplify this value. We'll get the value of the car after 2 years. Right? You can cancel with the 5 table. 5 8 so 40 0. 1 2 3. That means 80,000. Again 5 table, if you cancel, answer 5 30 6 3 zeros. So 16,000 into 4 into 4. So 16,000 into 4 4 is 16. Right? 16 16 is 256 3 zeros. That means this value is 2,56,000. Okay, present value if it is 4 lakhs, if it is decreasing 20%, then value after 2 years is that value is 2,56,000. Okay, automatically this value is decreased. Now, when you come to the second value of the car 2 years ago, this also you should find out. So value of the car 2 years ago. Generally 2 years ago it should be more than 4 lakhs, right? We know it because present is 4 lakhs. That is V by 1 minus R by 100 to the power 2 because 2 years. See the formula? N years ago V by 1 minus R by 100 whole power n. Yes, just substitute the values. V is the present value. That is same as usual. You can take 4 lakhs. Yes, this value by 1 minus R by 100. R is 20 by 100 to the power 2 because should be more than 4 lakhs only because value is decreased from 30 years. And simplify, same 21 is 25 is 5 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 by 5 is 4 by 5. So 4 lakhs by, if you calculate 1 minus 1 by 5, so 4 by 5 into 4 by 5. Just take it up and simplify. 4 lakhs into 4 by 5 into 4 by 5 is 5 by 4 into 5 by 4. Then you can do cancellation 1 0 0 0 0 0. So 1 lakh. Again if you multiply with 4 table, 4 2s are 8, 20, 4 5 is 20, 0 0, 25,000 into 25. Then value is 625 0 0. Yes. So indirectly 6 lakhs 25,000. So 2 years before the cost of the car is 6 lakhs 25,000. Then present is 4 lakhs. Then after 2 years it becomes again 2 lakhs 56,000. So how much fast is decreasing, at what rate to find out? These problems will use, right? This is the formula for depreciation. Just if you remember this concept, we can do any type of problems. It's very simple, right? So thank you for watching this video and I hope you understood well. So as I explained starting in this website, so you can find out assignments also because from this chapter there are a number of assignments. You just to go through the assignments and you can try yourself for the better marks because you can't find out the similar assignments in anywhere because from every one chapter only we can find out different questions. Okay, from this website you can go through it. And the important thing is you just subscribe the channel because we'll upload only the videos which are related to education and it's helpful for you as well as for your friends. You can share the links also with your friends, you can share it. And we are doing with IIT Foundation videos in this channel and you can find out the IIT Foundation level of worksheets in this website. So everything you can go through it and you can find out the number of questions which are related to this chapter. Thank you very much.